Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, I'm DKWILL, and this is DK. We'll talk about it.
And of course, one of the primary things to talk about today is XRP is on a run. You see here this morning, it's about 7:45 Central Standard Time in the United States of America, and XRP has made its way up to $2.64, and it's made this run just since yesterday. It took off, but it actually began back about on the 8th. So the 8th would have been Tuesday of this week is where it kind of started rumbling, but now it's picking up steam and taking off. Now, what am I going to talk about besides that? Well, this article here, Whale drops $60 million worth of XRP on Coinbase. What's next for Ripple's price? And that's a good question, and here's why. Did this whale drop $60 million of XRP on Coinbase because they're going to trickle it out and make some profits because they knew this run was coming? Or is it a part of the aforementioned churning that the whales and the institutions are doing to keep the price suppressed from whenever it does take off, to pull in enough retail investors to provide some liquidation and then to crash it down? I guess only time will tell, but the whales sent 25.49 million XRP to Coinbase, sparking speculation of a market move. Well, the speculation is over. It goes on to say XRP 4, we don't care about that, bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern. And the reason I say we don't care about that is because even the technicals are behaving oddly with XRP. And if you recall my prior video about the manipulation and how they figured it out, if you haven't, you probably want to watch it. But I've been talking about this, for years. And that video substantiates that I've been talking about this for years. So that's why we have a question on this article here. Are they there because they know it's going to keep going better than where it's at now? And remember, where it's at now is $2.64, folks. That's 18% increase in 7 days in a week. And it's an 8.5% increase just on the day. And guess what? The day has just started. It says it was trading around 240 after gaining 4.4% in the last 24 hours. Now, keeping in mind, this article is from yesterday. Today is the 11th. This article is updated on the 10th. The price has moved up from 226, lifting its 7-day performance. It now holds a market cap of 141.3 billion. Actually, it now holds a market cap of 156, almost 0.5 billion. It's pressing down on the neck of Tether. We know, of course, Bitcoin is going on an all-time high run, and that's how they always do it. Bitcoin is what most people who don't know much about crypto think about. So if Bitcoin gets the attention of the masses, then they can come in and then they're directed to XRP. Come in and put your money over here too. And now keep in mind, I'm under the opinion that they don't really want us to hold on to XRP. So it's quite likely that, in my opinion, we're going to see this run, and then we're going to see it get pulled back down to take some more money from the ones who don't know how to keep that gorilla grip on their XRP. Now, at the same time, if you've been in XRP as long as I have been, maybe you might want to start taking some profits right now. I'm not going to take any profits right now because I still have higher sights than the 264. But what I can say is this is a very sweet outcome for those of us who've been hanging in there with our gorilla grip. But there's nothing wrong if you want to swing off of the XRP vine, at least some of it. Don't give up all of your XRP. Please don't. And grab a hold of another vine with some of your profits. That's your call. It goes on to say, a recent transaction spotted by Well Alerts shows 25.49 million XRP valued at $60 million sent from an unknown wallet to Coinbase. Moves like this often spark speculation as large deposits to trading platforms may point to planned sales. And that's my point. If they sell too much of this 25.5 million all at once in a concentrated timeline, then what it'll do is, they'll suck up these profits that they've managed to run up to 264 now, but then it would pull the price back down. And so for those who are traders, you got to gamble on that, which is crazy with the volatility of the markets today. Those who are holders don't really care much unless they took a few profits, and they don't really care. I mean, if they decide if you decide I'm going to sell 10% of my portfolio of XRP at this price so that I can, here's what I recommend, so that I can take all my money back. I mean, because if you're like me, your dollar cost average is down in the cents. It's not in the dollars. And when I say cents, I mean the lower cents, the lower spectrum of below a dollar. And so the return on my investment could easily be obtained by selling a small percentage of my XRP. And so, in other words, let's say you bought it for 50 cents and you bought 25,000 of them for 50 cents. Well, if you bought 25,000 XRP for 50 cents, what you spent would be $12,500, right? So now, if you spent $12,500, how many XRP would you need to sell at $2.64 to get all your money back and then have a free XRP portfolio? The answer is about 4,734. So we'll just say 5,000 so that you take a profit. So you don't just take your money back, you also take a profit. And so if you take a profit at 5,000 XRP, leaving behind 20,000 XRP, at 5,000 XRP at this price, you end up with, bear with me because I'm using a calculator as I'm talking, you end up with $13,200. So now you've gotten your $12,500 back plus a $700 profit, right? And so it's fantastic, but keep in mind you now own 20,000 XRP for free, and your $700 on your initial investment of 12,500 is a almost 6% return, a 5.6 return on your money. So you've gotten a 5.6 return on your initial investment in XRP. You still own 20,000 XRP that you literally didn't pay for at this point. And in fact, the way I look at it is you got paid to hold it. Somebody paid you $700 to hold on to 20,000 XRP because you sold 5,000 at the current price to take your money back plus a profit. I did a video on that, profiting from a crypto bull run, and I will put the card in this video. But the reason I'm doing this video is to quickly cover these developments because I know a lot of people must be excited when you're seeing action like this, finally seeing action like this. Here it says the analyst sees a breakout toward $2.60. Well, we know that's over. Better look for new breakouts because we broke that one out, right? So that's all very positive as well. The Fibonacci extension sold price levels around 245, 253, and 263. Well, we're there. It says for this move to stay valid, traders are watching for the price to hold above the breakout point and for volume to stay strong. Let's go look at the volume real quick because I didn't do that. Yep, the volume is on an upward ascent, excuse me. It's on an upward trajectory, so the volume is increasing. That's good. But like I said, hopefully this well doesn't, they're not up to nefarious reasons to come in here and pull the price back down because they haven't got enough. But either way, XRP took off yesterday. We'll see what happens today. Matter of fact, it's been happening now, as I mentioned, for the course of the last week. It's been on an upward trajectory. You have to decide what you want to do with that. Me? Well, now it's 266. I'm going to enjoy the ride. Could I take profits and make my portfolio free? In all frankness, I've probably already done that with other investments. But I treat each one singularly, so I may consider it, but I won't consider it at $2.66. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I hope you subscribe. I hope you come back. I hope you hit notifications so that when I do video, you come back and watch my videos because I'm not a daily video maker. Sometimes I get on a binge and make them daily. but usually I don't make them daily. My original promise when I started the channel was I would do 1 or 2 videos a week. I've maintained that pace on average. Now maybe I'm shooting for 2 or 3 a week, maybe 4 a week. It depends on how much action occurs, because I don't want to just be flapping my gums on DK Will Talk About It. I actually want to have something to talk about. And this is absolutely something to talk about. I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It. And I have talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.